Explosive Champions League action. Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen clash in a nail-biter. We've got the full breakdown of that thrilling 1-1 draw, with Kai Havertz scoring a late equalizer against his former club. But it wasn't all cheers for Arsenal. Manager Mikel Arteta is slamming his players for a lack of urgency after they were caught out by a set-piece goal from Bayer Leverkusen. We dive into what went wrong for the Gunners and the controversial penalty that decided the match. And speaking of controversy, Kai Havertz himself admits he's feeling sorry for Leverkusen after that late penalty drama. We hear from the players and coaches on both sides of the controversial call that's got everyone talking. Plus, we reveal how Bayer Leverkusen's boss even approached Arsenal's set-piece coach after his team scored from a corner, hitting Arsenal with their own signature strength. Don't go anywhere, we're breaking it all down right now. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Leverkusen stuns Arsenal with late drama. In a Champions League thriller, Bayer Leverkusen held Arsenal to a dramatic 1-1 draw, with Kai Havertz emerging as the late hero for the Gunners against his former club. The match, which saw Leverkusen take the lead through Robert Andrich from a corner, was a tactical battle that kept fans on the edge of their seats until the final whistle. The first leg of this last 16 tie unfolded at the Bay Arena, where Arsenal, despite dominating possession in the first half, struggled to break down Leverkusen's defense. The deadlock was finally broken just after halftime when Robert Andrich rose highest to head home from a corner, a goal that marked the first time this season Arsenal had trailed in the Champions League. This set-piece success was particularly poignant, as Arsenal are renowned for their own prowess in such situations. However, the narrative took a dramatic turn in the 89th minute. Substitute Noni Madueke won a penalty after a challenge from Malik Tillman. Despite furious protests from the Leverkusen players and a VAR review, the decision stood. Kai Havertz, returning to his former stomping ground, calmly stepped up to convert the penalty, securing a crucial away goal and leveling the scoreline. The German international later admitted to mixed emotions, feeling happy for his goal but sorry for his former teammates. The match has sparked significant debate, particularly regarding the contentious penalty decision. Leverkusen players Robert Andrich and coach Kasper Hjulmand were vocal in their disbelief, with Hjulmand stating there was no contact and the fall was an exaggeration. This decision has fueled discussions about VAR's role and the interpretation of fouls in high-stakes matches. Don't miss the full fallout from this Champions League showdown. Next, we hear directly from Mikel Arteta as he slams his Arsenal players for their lack of urgency. Arteta blasts Arsenal's lack of urgency after Leverkusen draw. Mikel Arteta didn't hold back his disappointment following Arsenal's 1-1 Champions League draw with Bayer Leverkusen, directly criticizing his players for a lack of urgency and preparedness, especially concerning set-piece defending. The Gunners were caught out early in the second half when Robert Andrich scored from a corner, a tactic Arsenal themselves often exploit. Arteta lamented that his team was shown clips of similar defensive vulnerabilities in the week leading up to the match but still failed to be ready. "We weren't ready for it, and we got caught," he stated, highlighting a critical lapse in concentration that he felt was uncharacteristic, especially given their usual dominance in set-piece situations. Despite the defensive frustrations, Arteta praised Kai Havertz for his composure in scoring the late penalty against his former club. He also defended the tactical substitution of Bukayo Saka, explaining that a different attacking threat was needed and that Noni Madueke's directness was key to winning the decisive spot kick. Madueke's immediate impact was a testament to his bravery and ability to create opportunities when called upon. Arteta also touched upon his team's struggles in the final third, admitting that their attacking players must improve their efficiency. He noted the absence of Martin Odegaard's specific qualities, but stressed that the team possesses plenty of talent, yet the execution of actions needs to be at a higher level to create more threats in and around the box. This draw leaves the tie finely poised, but the controversy surrounding the penalty continues. Next, we get Kai Havertz's own emotional reaction to scoring against his old club. Havertz admits sorry after penalty seals late Arsenal draw at Leverkusen. Kai Havertz found himself in a whirlwind of emotions after scoring a dramatic 89th-minute penalty to secure a 1-1 draw for Arsenal against his former club, Bayer Leverkusen, admitting he felt sorry for the home side despite his crucial contribution. Returning to the Bay Arena for the first time since his departure in 2020, Havertz converted a penalty awarded after Noni Madueke went down following minimal contact from Malik Tillman. The decision, which stood after a VAR review, was met with fierce protests from Leverkusen players, including goal-scorer Robert Andrich, who described the contact as very, very little and questioned the validity of the foul. Head coach Kasper H. Hjulmand was even more emphatic, stating there was no contact and it was no penalty. Havertz, speaking after the match, acknowledged the difficulty of taking penalties in the final minute, but expressed his happiness at being able to perform in such moments. "These are the moments I have worked for years for," he said, before adding, "I am naturally sorry for the Leverkusen players, but that is football and I was happy." His goal cancelled out Robert Andrich's second-half header from a corner, which had given Leverkusen the lead and marked the first time Arsenal had trailed in the Champions League this season. The late equalizer means the tie is perfectly poised at 1-1 heading into the second leg at the Emirates Stadium. Both teams know a victory will secure a place in the quarterfinals, setting up a potential clash against Bodo/Glimt or Sporting CP. That late drama has certainly got everyone talking, but how did Leverkusen's coach react to conceding from a set piece against Arsenal? Find out next. Leverkusen bosses nod to Arsenal's set-piece prowess after corner goal. In a fascinating display of sportsmanship and tactical acknowledgement, Bayer Leverkusen boss Kasper H. Hjulmand was seen approaching Arsenal's set-piece coach after his team scored from a corner against the Gunners, effectively using Arsenal's own signature strength against them. Arsenal have become renowned across Europe for their exceptional set-piece record, netting a remarkable 16 corner-kick goals in the Premier League alone this season, equaling a top-flight record. This proficiency has sometimes drawn criticism for being boring, but players like Piero Hincapié have defended the strategy, emphasizing attention to detail and daily training, stating, "You can't always win beautifully." However, on this occasion, Leverkusen turned the tables. Robert Andrich opened the scoring in the 46th minute with a header from a corner, a moment that clearly impressed H. Hjulmand. His interaction with Arsenal's set-piece coach, Nico Jover, on the sidelines suggested a moment of mutual respect, and perhaps even a touch of playful pride from the Danish manager for successfully executing a tactic that Arsenal has mastered. While Leverkusen couldn't hold on to their lead, ultimately conceding a late penalty that Kai Havertz converted, the initial goal from the corner highlighted a rare lapse for the Gunners. The return leg is set for March 17 at the Emirates Stadium, with the tie level at 1-1 and Arsenal aiming to advance in their quest for a historic Champions League title. What an incredible night of Champions League action. We've got the full wrap-up coming your way right after this. And that's a wrap on a wild night of Champions League football. Bayer Leverkusen stunned Arsenal with a late equalizer. Mikel Arteta is fuming about his team's focus. Kai Havertz felt the mixed emotions of scoring against his former club, and we even saw a tactical nod from the Leverkusen bench to Arsenal's set-piece strength. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, leave a comment with your thoughts on the match, and follow us on all our social channels for more behind-the-scenes action.